It's the world famous Jiggy Jaguar radio program on Radio Xenu today. Also, if you're watching us on the website or on our app, watching us through Ustream, I had to backdoor my way around Ustream today because today they announced that, well, they're not going to allow you to use the free Ustream producer that I've been using for a year and a half that they've done no changes to. Now all of a sudden it's $249.
Unless you pay
they
the food
made
stamps.
No improvement to it. But now it costs you $300. So we had to backdoor our way around that today. And I don't mind if they would have made some upgrades to it. I'd have been right there. I'd have been like, here, $300. I'll throw down.
Yeah.
But you didn't make any improvements. So I can't spend $300. I can't do that.
They improved to take your money.
That's right. And we have got the Space Between in studio today. Members of the Space Between, not the full band. We've just got a couple members with us today.
Well,
we also
only
have
3 of us, so that's about 1/3.
Let's see.
Yeah.
There you go.
Got Dan right here.
What's up, guys?
We also have Mr. Denny Lazaldi with us today, the proprietor and entrepreneur, Heavy Metal Garage, also Mods and Oz magazine. And, of course, Israel's, we were talking off-air, Mods and Oz. 1, it's not a newspaper. It's an actual print magazine. 2, 2, none of the artists in the magazine had to pay to get in there.
That's right.
So that's because there's a magazine in Wichita where all the artists have to pay to get in. Now we're going to talk about which one, but De Niro knows who I'm talking about. Israel knows who I'm talking about.
I do not.
So we, Danny and them, you know, they'll take your advertising money, but they're not going to take money to do a story on you.
Oh, no,
So,
man, we look for people to do stories.
Let's talk about this.
I'm
I'm going to talk about this one time, and then I'm going to let it go. There's a particular publication that, you know, we're talking about. Now, let me say this. Let me clearly say this because I got all, you know, fucking mixed up last time and I was a hater and everything else. I respect the publication, okay? I actually was going to be in it. I still will because I respect anybody who's following their dreams and doing whatever. But this particular publication released a list of, you know, top artists in the city or whatever. I don't know what criteria there was for being on this list or whatever, and I wasn't upset about not being named on the list, but I did make a video to respond to it because several of my friends were on the list, and I was happy for them. So I'll say, listen, the gist of this video is shout out to the owner. I clearly said that. I even put it in the caption on the video. You know, shout out to the owner. Shout out to the people who made the list. You know what I mean? I'm glad to see you guys doing your thing. But for my, you know, someone actually asked me to make the video. Was like, why don't you make a video in response to this list? So I make this list, and I got told that I only made a video to coattail what they were doing, and I was trying to make myself relevant by, you know, making a video about this top 10 list. I was like, did you watch the video that I made? Obviously not. Part of the point of my video was that as an artist in Wichita, I've done a lot of stuff. Part of it is my fault that people don't know about the shit that I've done. The other part is that I just don't brag like that. I feel like people are more impressed when they find out on their own what you've done than for you to go, you know, hey, I sold 10 CDs last week at my little cousin's birthday party. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's kind of what it boils down to. But so anyway, that's the story behind that. Shout out to that publication. I want to support that person. I do. We know me and that person. We talked about it behind closed doors. But you know, if you're a publication and you're gonna release a list, you got to understand that that's public domain. People are going to talk about it. People are going to have things to say. You know, you can't, you know, get pissed off about it. Every magazine cover I've been on, everybody had something to say about it. Is it my fault I'm a sex symbol? You know. Is it my fault I'm so fucking handsome and people want me on the magazine cover? No, it's not. It's the way God made me. So this is the way it is.
It's the way it is. Now, Danny, with the magazine, how do you balance this, the TV show, the magazine. You're in 3 bands. You're married to a model. Realistically, he's married to a supermodel. This is James Bond in the studio today.
And just recently,
The only thing about Danny that doesn't happen, which at some point it probably will because he works with our buddy Burgess. He doesn't walk around and have like the big like circle like the James Bond thing. He doesn't walk out
Shaking,
from
not
behind the
stirred.
circle.
Oh, I run away from that circle, man. No way, that circle's a bad circle, man. Once you get in that circle, you can't get out.
I'm like the ghetto James Bond. I like my reefer rolled, not twisted.
And see, then how do you balance all this? You've got all.
It's all about timing, man. All about timing. Actually, just going with the flow, dude. Whatever hits me first, I take care of, and then I go to the next, and go to the next, and go to the next. My scheduling sucks, but I should write shit down more often. But it all pans out, man. It all pans out. Now I got into the car scene. I'm now president of Latino Dreams Car Club here in Hutchinson, and so we've been hitting a lot of car shows.
Not everything he does fits on a business card. That is, there's no way that's going to fit on along with the magazine.
There's so many things that I want to do. I just try and do them all, and eventually it kicks my ass. But I get through it. I mean, it's just that's what life's about. Just gotta try every avenue, do everything you can. So when I die, I can say, you know what, I did everything I can.
There you go.
So yeah, but it's tricky, man. You ask my wife; she usually slaps the shit out of me all the time. But it's just I just say, we got to go over here right now. I forgot. So we got to go over there, and then we got to do this and that. And you know what? I mean, peace of mind is within the mind. You know what I'm saying? And if you can handle that throughout the whole day, everything else is under control.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it does get a little tricky though.
I mean, I'm not gonna be richer than Oprah by sitting on my couch all day.
Right. Oh no.
I plan on being so rich that I make Oprah look poor. When she walks in the door, I want to be like, look at the poor people, they're here. That's how rich I want to be. Like, where I could just buy a whole new personality. Like, here, I want to be you. Come here.
I want to be you.
I'm gonna buy you. Yeah, I now own you.
Now, this party at the pad, September 24th, fireworks display, alcohol, food.
There better be. Yeah, I think so. I think there's supposed to be some kind of barbecue going on or something. I don't know. I'm gonna bring food, man. We're gonna pitch a tent and kick it and just hang, man. It's gonna be one of those good times to where, there's only so many venues here in this town that we can play at.
Yes.
Especially my band. We play and everyone like runs out the door. They're scared. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. But that metal kind of hits people square in the face sometimes. But I tell you what, when we get together on these events like this, and you get a bunch of different variety of bands, and just the whole atmosphere just meshes together, man. It's one of the perfect events, man.
Yep.
Perfect events, man. You can go to a bar or venue. And you always got that one guy that's up there standing in front screaming some kind of bullshit, and you just slap him or something, but here, man, I mean, it's really cool. You can just hang, like you said, it's $10 a carload. So I'm Mexican, so you know how many people we can get in a car.
I was gonna say it, but thank you.
We bring the whole families. So $10, that's like 1,000 pesos. Man, we'll be on. So yeah, no thing, man.
That's all it is.
No thing.
Well, Israel, this has definitely been fun. I always enjoyed chatting with you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah. Although Danny usually dominates most of the conversation.
I know. I got Dan. I was gonna say, Dan's right here.
I know. He's just.
I gotta say something about Dan though. Dan's been in the band for
a little
over a year. And man, he's been busting it out, man.
It's been fun. Like, it's been an adventure, that's for sure. Like, this is probably the best band I've played for in 12 years I've been doing this. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some big shoes to fill, man. The original member, he was my best friend for 30 years. Passed away 6 years ago, and so
Wow, it's been 6 years.
6 years, man.
Holy
6
crap.
years, I've been through about 3 different guitar players since then, and 2 different bass players, and he's really stepped up to the plate, there all the time, giving
it work.
110%. You know, and I can be a real dick sometimes in the
I
studio.
could never imagine that.
I'd be like, nah, bam, start over, damn it. No, but man, he's been really cool, man. Chilled.
It's been fun. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. It's great.
On average, how many titties per show do you sign? If you just had to approximate.
Have you ever been to a metal show, man?
Yeah, I've been to a lot of them with
There's
Jiggy.
not a whole lot of those you want to sign, man.
I don't know, man. Like I seen some hot chicks at the
Nah, yeah, there is, but
after they get over the initial shock of seeing, you know, this hip hop hoodie wearing dude at the show, like, you know what I mean? Like after they get over that initial shock, they're like, oh yeah, he's cool.
yeah, you know, I don't know, man. You know, I mean,
So you're
with
not
what
gonna
I
answer the
got
question?
at the house, I really don't need anything else, man.
I didn't say you
He's
had
married
to.
to a supermodel, for God's sake.
So that means that no other
And you
titties.
know what? She could be listening, man. Trying to get me in the doghouse, man.
Wife, if you're listening, it's a fringe benefit of being in the band that you get to sign titties. Everyone knows it. It's in the contract. He doesn't have to like it. Most titties aren't acceptable by, you know, uniform commercial code standard anyway. But for those that are, you know, it's just part of the
It comes with the territory, right?
the UCC code, man. You got to know about that stuff. It's deep shit, Jiggy. You wouldn't know about it. I'm in an underground network of real niggas.
Oh, okay.
They put me up on information about good shit like
They
titties. and,
give you information.
yeah. I'm just saying, if I was in the band, which I was thinking about it, but I'm, you know, doing this whole take over the world thing first. If I was
And then you'll join the space between.
yeah, potentially.
If Danny will let you.
We need backup vocals.
If you want a 16, I got you. If you want vocals, you'll never sell a record. Let's just be honest with you. I don't know, man. I was telling the last band was here, Inflection, that, you know, when I like, it's not scientific, okay?
No.
You know, I got this figure from the NAACP, but 8 out of 9. Now I take that back. It's 9 out of 8 black people think that heavy metal is the devil. We're pretty sure of it. We just don't know what you're saying. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Well,
it is.
I tell you what.
They get your heart rate up and they get to screaming and shit. And, you know, it's usually a white guy who's singing. And when white people get to screaming, that shit's scary to black people. We don't want to admit it. It's not something we really want to talk about. Black Lives won't cover it, but it scares us. It's
tell
like,
you
what is
what.
he angry about?
That's
Like,
what the space between's about, is about the evil and the good, and we're in between all that. That's what it is right there. So we got a little bit of evil, we got a little bit of good, but it's all circled around us, and we're the ones that are caught in the middle of that shit. So that's what it's about.
man, I was talking shit. You went all philosophical on me. Well, since we're going philosophical, I think that, you know, we all do have the potentiality to be as, you know, righteous as we are evil. That's why I say I like a little, you know, righteous ratchetness. So, like, you know, we got, yeah. So the DJ today, I need you to mix, like, you know, let's say Brother Lynch with Kurt Franklin, so we can be, you know what I'm saying?
De Niro.
Let's see that one. That'd be good
Like,
right there.
I want some real ratchet, you know, maybe Gucci. We'll go ratchet, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Stomp, you know what I mean? You got to have some Kurt Franklin in there too, you know what I mean? I like a little Jesus with my gin, you know? It's that type of thing.
Well, we're gonna let Danny and them go because I know it's Sunday, so you're busy. Thank you for making time to come in today.
Hey, no
guys.
problem.
Thank you for
It's
having
really
us,
cool,
man.
Yeah, for sure.
Anytime.
And when are we gonna get to hear the full CD? When does that come?
It'll be out September 17th. We're gonna have a release party the 22nd of October, Halloween. We're gonna celebrate the hell out of it. And this one here, man, is gonna blow the roof off, man. It's gonna be a good one, and I'm very proud of it. Very proud of all the band members. Dark Abyss Studios, got to give it out to Jared, man. I gave him a lot of hell, but he stuck in there, and yeah. And you know what? I'm just excited.
You're a perfectionist, though.
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited for life.
Yeah.
You guys are spending the time and the effort. You want to make it as perfect as
That's
possible.
right, man. That's right. So every time we got to that point of putting an album out, something would happen to the band, we have to start all over, man. So we finally hit that next step, and so doors wide open. So we'll be on tour next summer for sure.
That's cool. Well, September 24th is the big show, and thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Peace.
And before we let you guys go, how do we find you? Online?
Yeah,
Social
you
media,
know,
all that stuff?
Facebook. We're also doing our website up here real soon. Of course, once the disc comes out, because we're kind of holding back right now until we get that disc out, and then we're just gonna slam it in everyone's face. So yeah, it's gonna be badass.
That's cool.
So yeah, you'll know, you'll see.
Thank you, guys. We're going to take a break, and when we
Thank
come
you.
back, we're going to chat with De Niro and DJ You Know Who. We've got more coming up. Also, we're going to be Israel here in a little bit is going to get into a shouting match with a guy who is on the other side of this Colin Kaepernick thing.
I will not shout with him.
Well, you might not shout with him, but he's going to shout with you.
You don't have to shout when you're correct.
Ah!
And everyone knows I'm right.
We're back after this.
Get 'em, girl.